Alright, so I found finally some nice bug textures on my hard disk, so we'll check them out right now. And I think I already know which one I'm going to take. So I think it will be this one, Bug 003 Diffuse. And it also comes with a bump map straight away, which is also pretty nice. Well, maybe not this map. Maybe this was a little bit. I didn't load it in Octane yet. I think this is a little bit too greenish, to be honest. Let's try this one. This one might look okay. Even though we have a completely different displacement here going on now, so we need to load the right map for this. Which one was this? This was the map. Oh, it's also. Okay, we can't use this texture. Let's try it with 008. Yeah, this might be fine as well. And let's try it here with the displacement. Let's load a map here, 008. ZeroToHero textures. Here we go. Displacement, here we go. Okay, let's load this map here. This should give us the right displacement. Also looks already way better. And I think we can stretch this map here a little bit more, maybe. Let's go with 30-30. Might be too stretched out then, but we'll see. Yeah, it is. Let's go with 15-15. Let's maybe go even smaller. Let's go 8-8. And let's make the displacement a little bit smaller. Let's maybe 0.1 maybe. Yeah, might look okay. And I really want to have somehow some kind of. Let me also change the direction of the map here a little bit. Just a little bit, turning it around so it doesn't look so straight mapped. Yeah, maybe like this. Maybe a bark is just not the right way to go. I don't know. I mean, do you like it? I don't really like it, to be honest. I mean, this doesn't. I mean, sure, we could change the light and stuff like that. I mean, let's first of all try it with an outdoor HDRI. This is something that we could definitely do. HDRIs, and let's try it with somehow some sunny anything, maybe. Hard to tell. I mean, we definitely have to click through here a little bit. Let's try it with this one. I think this one is the right one. Yes, let's try it. And we could also set up our own sun system if you want to. This would maybe work as well. Okay, Octane, what's going on? Go. Show me the new map. Okay, alright. Let's maybe change this map here a little bit around. Okay. Let's make the plane way smaller maybe. So we pick up more light from the surroundings. Oh, oopsie. Maybe like this. Let's bring this in. Bring this in here. Okay, it might be too small. Let's maybe go a little bit. Whoops. Wrong thing selected. Let's maybe make this map here a little bit bigger. But then now we also have to change the map again, of course, because it's now way too small. Let's try it really with 100 here. It doesn't even look too shabby. Might look okay. The light is really, if we look at this shot here, kind of sunny. That's for sure. I mean, we could also try to fake this with area lights, of course, if you want to. Let's try it with a different HDRI for now. I think this map is just too bluish overall. We need a little bit warmer. Maybe less. Hard to tell, really. Cave room, no cave. Maybe cave room. Let's try this one. There's a lot of orange in this map. Okay, right now way too overbright. Let's turn this down a little bit. Let's move this a little bit around. Let's move it like this as well. Ah, this looks pretty nice, but still a little bit too hard. Let's maybe go with 0.6. Yeah, I like this, and maybe one area light from ourselves a little bit over there. And let's also change the... Let's maybe really go for a normal wood material here, so something like a wood floor or something like that. I think this would just look better here in this scene, to be honest. Since we can't really get this texture here from this picture, it's kind of hard. Let's maybe go here with wood. Let's maybe go with an ebony wood. So really dark wood, kinda. This might... Yeah, this is just too dark. This will not really be good for us. Let's maybe try this one. Something like this. Yeah, and now we also have to get rid of the displacement, because otherwise we get here really, really strange things. Let's clear this. And let's also clear the a lot of different bump map. Linen, JPEG, bump, 002, I guess. Okay, let's go really down here with the bump. Like something like this maybe. Let's maybe click on invert. Okay, and let's give it somehow some glossiness. Let's click on glossy here. And this is way too glossy right now. Let's say we change the index here to 1.3. Okay, it's at 1.3, which is good. And we have to go down here with the roughness a little bit. Something like this maybe. Means that the light still comes in pretty hard, so we have to go down here a little bit more. 0.3 maybe. Okay. I think I like it. Let's create another area light. Create light area light. Let's give it a cinema video octane light tag, and let's change the power way down. Maybe not so much. Okay. Let's make this way smaller, this area light. We don't need it that big. Yeah, maybe something like this. Let's create a camera first of all, so we can jump back to this point. And let me hide the camera from the scene. Let me get the light, and let's bring this into place. Move this a little bit upwards. Bring it a little bit over here. And let's rotate it like this, and a little bit forward. Whoops. Let me jump into the camera, let's see what we get. Okay. Let's bring this light a little bit more into the back, so we can see it with the camera. Let me also get here a camera tag on the camera. And let's change here the power a little bit more of the lights. Okay, a little bit down. Maybe just a little bit smoother than here from the left. Okay, this looks good. Like it, I like it. Maybe also an overhead light, so we get a little bit here on the top as well. And yeah, I think we need to change the geometry here a little bit more. We have to push this more down, so it looks a little bit closer to the original. Let me just jump into this object here, and let me select those two things here. So this cut here, and this point here in the middle. And let's just grab this and bring this more down. Like, no, this was so wrong. I need to select this here as well. There is another cut, okay. But this should be it. And let's bring this more down. Maybe like this. Oh. And I did select the points down here as well. Okay, this is not good. Let's get rid of this. Okay, and now we can really move this. What the hell? Let me do this. Now I did forget another line, I guess. Is there something to select here? No, I don't think so. What's going on? Let me push this down. Oh yeah, there's another point selection. Select, loop selection, and we need to grab those points here as well, and now we can really push this down. Maybe like this. Okay. And let's make this edge here not so hard. Let's maybe change this here a little bit. Let me deactivate the subdivision surface. And let me see which line is here. Probably this line. Let me select this. Subdivision surface on, and let's just hold down Control and click on Edge mode, and let's go slide. Let's hope not anything else is selected here. No. And let's slide this down here a little bit. Oh, not so much. Just a little bit here, something like that. So we get here a little bit of a better edge. Okay, let's jump back into the camera. And now we're definitely getting closer here. I think. Yes. Here, like I said, the clean material really looks too clean right now, so we will load here somehow I think a little bit. We could also load this in the plastic maybe. Let's go Cinema of the Octane image texture, and let's maybe load here large icons, maybe something like this metal glossiness here. I think this might be fine. And let's put this here into mix texture, so Cinema of the Octane mix texture. And let's just grab this here, copy channel, texture, paste channel, and here we will make an RGB spectrum. And we will do the exact same thing here as well. So just shift, drag and drop. And here we will bring in our color. So I think this was 165 and 158, if I remember correctly. And here 255. Yes, okay. Okay, these are not the black parts, so we need to exactly change this here and bring this here to maybe something like a little bit kind of a blackish color, something like this. Oh, this was my fault, sorry. Let's just simply copy this and clear, and let's put this here into the clean, thing. Otherwise we need to put this into the specular. Otherwise we will have a little bit of a problem. And let's maybe make this even darker. And let me change here a little bit. This is the clean thing, right? Yeah. Okay, let's just simply call this clean mix. And let's change here a little bit the mapping. So let's change this cubic and make this smaller, maybe 1010. So I can see a little bit of this thing, of this dirt that should go on here, so that not everything is pure rose gold. Maybe even a little bit smaller, maybe 5.5. 5.5. Okay, let me go duplicate the camera, let me go closer. Oops, did also duplicate the cylinder. Okay, and let's see if we have here some kind of dirt going on. And do I have also set this to path tracing? Yes, I do. Okay, perfect. Yeah, we're getting a little bit of something in. Let's maybe even make this smaller here, so we get more in of this. Let's go 3.3. Let's even make this a little bit darker in the clean thingy. Or are we completely black right now? Let's maybe go 2% here. Let me also turn on the film width here a little bit. Let me look here at the reflections. A little bit of film width might be good. Not so crazy, but a little bit. Maybe something like this. This might look good. Okay, let's jump back here. Let's also give this a little bit of an DOF, so we get here a little bit of a cooler look, a little bit more of a professional look, let's call it like that. And also let me change here the response to absolutely neutral, so we're getting to 0. and the gamma to 2.2. And now let's change this here to linear. It seems like Octane is not reacting to this right now. This is because I did change it in the wrong camera tag. Okay, so linear, gamma 2.2, and enable camera imager. So we should get a response like this. Looks a little bit crazy right now, but we can tweak this in post-work anyway, so this is not really a problem. Of course, we could also change this here with those things, change the gamma back to 1, even though this isn't yet really correct. But we could try to get here the right color response to our scene, so we get almost a white output here. Maybe something like this, maybe not. I think the first one was really good already, to be honest. Let's click here on neutral response. Okay, this gives us a little bit something. Scene lens, so we get now a little bit of DOF in. Okay, this is way too much. I'm not sure if the autofocus is really working correct now, right now. That's a little bit less. Focal depth. Okay, this is. Let's maybe set up the camera on our own. So let's enable the camera again. And let's see where we're at. It's not really good. Let me change this here. Let me tick off autofocus. Let me jump into the camera. Let's also change the camera maybe to 50 millimeters. And let me have a closer look how this looks with 50. Okay, completely blurred because we're out of focus. And now we need to select this middle point, bring this. No, this wasn't correct. Here the focus distance we need to change of this camera. Why is this not working? This is kind of crazy. Okay, it's because here gets the value from here, right? Yeah, okay. If I change this to 0, I can change it here in Cinema 4D, which is good. And maybe something like this, maybe. Let's jump back into the camera. It's still a little bit out of focus, right? We're not really on it right now. Which is not so bad, but it's okay. And I think we might have to change the flow a little bit later on. Let me go higher with the camera and also a little bit more zoomed out, because we still need to make a lot more of those. And let's bring the camera back in, or the focus back in onto this object. And let's have a closer look again. Yeah, and now we can go nuts a little bit more with the aperture. Maybe like this. So really the top is a little bit in focus, the rest gets a little bit out of focus, which is not so good. I think like this we can leave it maybe. Let me look at this again. Does this look close? I think we might have to go down with the plastic material. I mean, those look a little bit different than this one. This one here looks way more plastic than this one, to be honest. So maybe they have different things going on. So let's maybe go here in the mix material a little bit more metalish. So let's go maybe 0.2. This will also have a great impact on our film index that we turned in. And also let's go here in the bump one, 0.2. And let me check the film index that I did turn in here, or the film width. Might want to change this a little bit more to something like this. Maybe. Okay. Okay. Doesn't look too shabby right now. I think we're getting closer and closer, even though the color is not perfect yet, but this doesn't really matter. And yeah, let's maybe just simply, if we like this one here already, I think I need to make this this edge here a little bit bigger, because it doesn't really catch a lot of light right now, which I don't like. I think the cuts are just simply too close here. So we need to disable the subdivision surface again, and let's take this line here. Let's go edge mode, select this line. Let's go slide. Slide this up here, and let's select this one here as well, and let's go slide here as well and bring this a little bit down. maybe something like this. Okay, and let's turn back on the subdivision surface. Let's see if this edge now catches a little bit more light. Yeah, here, definitely, and here, that's for sure. That's also really important that we get really some nice reflections on the edges. I mean, that's kind of important, of course. Yeah, I think we can leave it like that. This might be a little bit too far down, but we shouldn't really care about this too much. And I think here in this material we can go up with the roughness even a little bit more, maybe 0.45 or something like that for this material. Might look better. Yeah, definitely. Okay, and let's go up a little bit more with the bump. Or can we leave it like this? No, let's go a little bit up with the bump. We can still get a little bit more bump in here. Let's go with 0.07. And let's see what this looks like. I think we can save it for now. File save, and I mean, the floor looks okay, but it just simply looks too clean, to be honest. I think we just simply need a different floor. We really need a different floor. And I'm thinking about maybe another light. Yeah, maybe not. Kind of hard to tell. Okay, anyway, let's just simply duplicate this here. Or we could just also make... No, we need to duplicate this really. So let's duplicate this completely. And let's just make a complete layer for this rose gold. Let's just go create or right click, add to new layer, and we call this layer here rose. And then we will copy this, just select all and control drag and drop, and then we go add to new layer and call this layer here green for now. And now we'll just simply try to get this green color in here. So let me pull this here over to my other display and let me try to catch this color. I will tell you the values anyway. I don't think this is the right value. Yeah, maybe something like this. Okay. So 112, 96 and 55. Okay. And let me push this also here a little bit in the scene to the side. Otherwise we won't see anything. And also let me rotate this, even though this is completely round, but still for the bump mapping, for the strokes that we have on here, that we have a little bit kind of a difference. Okay, and let me again get here this color value. So this was... I really missed the feature where you could save the colors. I have no clue with this new color system where I really can't save my colors, which makes me kinda pissed a little bit, to be honest. This is really not nice. I don't know what this invention is really all about, but maybe it's okay. Maybe it's okay. I don't know. 112, 96 and 55. Okay. Let's try it. 112, 96 and 55. 112, 96 and 55. If this is correct. Let's see. Yes, I think so. And also here on the plastic we will need to do the exact same thing. 112, 96 and 95. Ian thought in the plastic material we could go a little bit... Wow, okay. Oops, this wasn't the RGB channel. No wonder that this looks a little bit crazy here. Let's maybe go here with the plastic color a little bit more in a different direction, something like this, so that when they mix together they don't have the same color output. Okay, this is looking good, but Octane might not see those materials right now. Oh, this is because we need to, let's call them clean green first of all. Clean green. Let's call this here bump green. And let's call this here plastic green. Plastic green. Then we call this here bump mix green. And this one here clean mix green. And then we can just simply drag and drop here. So clean material goes here. Octane material, I think this is the plastic one, right? Goes here. Yeah, it needs to be the plastic one, of course. And then in the bump we go with the bump here and the plastic material here. Okay, and now it should work out for us. No, still doesn't. Okay, that's awesome. I think I have to drop the mix material, right? So clean mix, so clean goes here. Let's overwrite this. Bump goes here. Let's overwrite this one and let's see what we get. Okay, I think we are pretty close. Yeah, doesn't look too bad. Compared to this, I think we're pretty close to this color. Let me change the camera here a little bit more, maybe. Something like this. Let's really try to place them as in this shot. Did I just close this picture? Why? Oh, why? Okay, let me open this up. And let's see. Let's bring the green one over here. Let's call this also green. Let's call this rose. And let's change places. Let's take the green one here and bring this over here. Let's take the rose one and bring this over here. Whoopsie. Okay. And let me see how they are aligned. Okay, the green one is a little bit more in front. The rose one is a little bit behind, like this. And I think they're pretty, not so close, but something like this. Okay. Alright. And let's bring in, let me first of all check this again. I think the bump is too high now. I really think the bump is too high. We need to go down with the bump again. Really, we need to go down with the bump because the reflection doesn't look good. This is, no, this is not good. Let's go 0.03 or maybe 0.01. Let me check the reflection here. No, it's maybe too less, 0.03. Let me change this into rose one as well, 0.03. Yeah, reflection is better now. Definitely better. Might still be too much bump. I might also be okay. Yeah, let's go down to 0.02. I think I'm feeling better with 0.02 to be honest. Yeah, here as well. Okay. And let's duplicate here the green material. Bada boom, bada bam. New layer, add to layer, add to new layer, and let's call this, what kind of color do we have up next? Let's call this orange. Orange. Let me pick the color quickly. So let's select it here in the clean one. Color picker, and let me select here. Maybe like this. Okay. This has a value of 208, 83, and 35. 208, 83, and 35. Okay. 208, 83, and 35. Was that correct? 83 and 35. Might be. 83 and 35. Let me check this again. 208, 83 and 35. 208, 83 and 35. Okay, perfect. And the same for the plastic. Even so, here we can go off a little bit again. 208. Let's maybe make this 210, 85, and 39. So we go in a little bit of a different direction with the plastic material. And let's call this clean orange, bump orange, plastic orange, And let's go on here with the bump mix orange, or with the mix material, sorry. Clean mix orange. And now we can just drop our thing, so clean goes here, plastic goes here, bump goes here, and plastic goes here. And now we can just simply select those. First of all, we have to duplicate this green one, call this here orange, bring this over here to the left side. Let me save the file first of all before anything crashes here maybe. With all this copying. Let me see where it's placed. Okay, so right around here. And we need definitely a way more smoother DRF. Let me also change the resolution for now to 1020 by 1080, so full HD. We could also go 1200 maybe, so cinema scope, I guess. Or was it 800? I'm not 100% sure right now. 800? No, I think it was 1200. Something like this. Let's maybe just go with a normal full HD here. Might be okay. Okay. And we still need to drop our mix material on there. So the bump, the clean mix goes here in first place. The bump goes second place already. And we might be a little bit off here with the color. Yeah, I think we're pretty close. Only the reflections are different. We don't get so much reflection down here like on this, and not here so much. So we might have to set up another light that is coming maybe from this direction here, maybe also another light that's coming from this direction. We will check this. Let's just simply make the last one here, just to have this finished at least. And bring this over. How is this lined? Okay, it's somewhere in between here. So pretty close. It's a little bit more up in front, like this and like this. I think, yeah, this might be okay. Yes, I think it's okay. And let's call this gold for now. Let's duplicate this. Add a new layer, call this gold, and let me catch the color. It's a really nice gold color, to be totally honest here. Let me check this. Okay, I think this might be good. Okay, so we get in the RG and B 236, 190 and 132. 236, 190, 132. Okay. 236, 190. 190 and 132. Okay. Is this really what I did type in here? Or what? 236, 190 and 132. Okay, let's change this here as well. Oh, not in the specular, but in the diffuse. Because it's plastic, here we need to go with the diffuse. 236, 190 and 132. But as I said, we can go a little bit off here with the plastic again. So let's maybe change this here a little bit, and also here a little bit. And here a little bit, okay. And now we rename our stuff once again for the last time. I know this is kind of annoying, but I really want to have, really want to have it as clean as possible here, and everything really, everything in order, so we don't make any mistakes or anything else. You should really name your stuff as well, even though it takes a little bit of time to do this. I think it's still necessary to have everything named properly. I don't know if you want to share your scene or give it to a client or whatsoever, that the client really knows what's going on in the scene. I mean, that's just important. Okay, so let's drop the clean here, plastic here, exact same thing here for the bump. So here goes the bump, here goes the plastic, and we will bring this bump here. This is the clean. Okay, clean. Let's go there, and the bump goes there. And let me save this. Let's see what we get. I think we're pretty close here. Now did close this again. What's going on today? That's really awful. Here we go. I think we're getting kind of close. Like I said, we can change a lot of the colors later on anyway. And I really want to change the floor now a little bit. I also want to change my DOF, that's for sure. Because we have a lot in the front right now. Let's try this in autofocus maybe. Octane has here a little bit of a better solution for us. So this might be okay. We go back here a little bit more. And let me undock this window so I can make this a little bit bigger. And I really want to go, like I said, with a different floor and then also set up a little bit of a DOF. So let me find some nice background. We have to find this now together. I don't like this wood. This is just simply this, you know, this is almost like nothing. I mean, this wood, this shot is a really, really nice shot. I really like this a lot. All the complete feeling of the shot just feels kind of natural and just like, man, I really want to drink a coffee right now. I don't know, it just gives you a little bit this kind of feeling, and I want to have this coffee feeling here in this shot. I really want to. Cut out people. No, we probably can't load cut out people. I mean, we could. What we could try maybe is somehow some kind of concrete maybe. We could try some concrete. Do I have some nice concrete textures lying around somewhere? We could try some leather. We could try some leather as well. Let's maybe try it with... Can I preview this somehow? Hello? No, won't let me preview it. Let's maybe just... Let's just simply load it. And let's get rid of the bump here. At least for now. And let's see what we get. Might look also kind of delicious. We probably have to change the index and so on. This doesn't look good. Blah. I mean, we definitely would need a bump map here. Nah, I don't think we can take this. Not really. I mean, we could really work on this map to really make this look way better, of course. But I don't think that leather maybe might be good. Sandstone, maybe some kind of sandstone. Oh, maybe this looks good. Oh, yeah, there's still not much there. I mean, it's just simple sandstone. I would like to go with some kind of wood, maybe. Good question. Let me really search for some nice map, and we will, yeah. Then just simply use this map as soon as I have found a really nice one. Alright, so I found, I think, a pretty good texture, even though, okay, we don't get so much. I mean, there's still something. I mean, we could bring in a pillow or something that is lying in the back and maybe put some material on it, and also try to, I mean, we could still try to put this maybe on some kind of plate or maybe something like this to make this look a little bit better. You will get this texture as well, and I did also a little bit of a color correction. Even though this is a bark texture, I think it looks a little bit more like earth, so I also gave it a little bit of a kind of an water index, so it looks a little bit kind of, how can I say that, a little bit like a wet earth material, so it's kind of a rainy thing, and I think it looks pretty cool. And I mean, you will get the material in the color correction to just simply play a little bit with the hue, even though this didn't really help, but with the saturation, with the gamma a little bit, and this is right now what we get. I still think, what I really think is we should turn out this film index. I'm not even sure where we did turn it in, or this film width. I think, did we do it in the bump? No, we did do it in the clean. Let's just simply turn this completely off. I don't think this works like this. If I turn it completely off, do I get any troubles here? What is the normal value? Let me look for the normal value when we start out with with fresh octane material. What the value is here? Okay, it's 0, so there's not much I can do. Okay, clean, orange. Let's simply turn it out here as well. Let's just bring it down to 0. Green, the same thing. 0, please. And rose, the same thing. 0, please. So let's get rid of this a little bit. And now we're also getting this kind of reflections in the back, as you can see. So it's exactly reflecting here the orange one because of the placement, and also the gold one here in the back, which looks pretty cool. But I think we are a little bit too plastic right now and not metallish enough still. So we have to change this in the mix material a little bit. So let's go in the clean mix and bring this even a little bit more down to 0.01 maybe. And also here maybe to 0.01. And let's check just the rose gold one for now. It already takes a little bit to clean up here. And I think we need a little bit of a brighter light. We really did lose a lot of light because of we have such a dark floor now. This means not so much light gets reflected anymore. Let me look at this shot if we can. Did I close it again? Perfect. Let me look at this shot again. Let me see if we can bring... I think we can bring in some top light, some kind of overlight. So let me jump out of the camera. Save the file first of all. Create light area light, and we will bring this up here. Make this way smaller. This is just way too big for our scene. Maybe like this. Let's rotate it around so it's pointing downwards. Bring it a little bit more up. And give it a octane light tag. Right now it will be way too bright. Yes, so we need to bring this down. Maybe there's something like, let's just simply bring this always a little bit more up. Okay, this is way too bright now. 16, let's go with a value of 10. Still way too bright, I think. Let's go with a value of 6. Maybe let's go with a value of 3. Let's maybe also bring here the temperature a little bit more into the orange section. I think this looks kind of nice. Maybe try it in the other direction as well. Let's try to go a little bit more bluish. Also has some kind of sexy thing, I think. And we might really want to model here something where those things are on, so we just have a little bit more geometry in the scene. Might be okay. I think I have to... Let me change the roughness of the plastic a little bit more. Let me make this... Let's go 1.5 for now. Just want to see how the rose gold material in the back reacts to that. Because here this reflection is really kind of stretched out more. And also here, I think these are just simply two different materials. This is more plastic and this is just simply more metal-like. And I think I still have to go down with the focus a little bit, right? Doesn't look good. So something like this maybe. Just want to have a slight defocus here of the back, to be honest. And let me disable the HDRI for now. I just want to see what I get for what kind of light I get in the scene without the HDRI. Where's this violet reflection coming from? This is kind of annoying. Even if I would turn off all the lights, probably it wouldn't change. This is somehow... It looks like there's still somewhere some film whiz or film index going on, something like this. No, all looking good. Yeah, but still, I mean, this shouldn't be reflecting like this. Really not. Let's leave the film this like this. Let me see the reflection. Is the reflection white or is it more rose gold? I think it's a good mix. I think it's probably more white than rose gold. Yeah, maybe like this. Maybe like this. Not 100% sure. I just really want to turn it out, but as soon as I change this here to see, let's maybe reload the scene. Maybe this will help. Yeah, okay, this helps a lot. Yeah, now we don't have this reflection here anymore, which is nice. Okay, perfect. Okay, good. Let's turn back on the HDRI. And let's, like I said, what could we model to set those things on? Maybe some kind of plate like this, but probably kind of hard to make this material. Maybe some, I don't know, maybe some wood plate or something like that. Maybe this would look then a little bit more natural as well. By the way, it did also change the index here of the metal down from 8 to 4, so in this kind of aluminium material. I think this looks a little bit better. Yeah, I mean, let's just go for it. Let's just simply try it how it does look. I mean, it's really quickly modeled. We don't need to do here a lot. So let's just simply make a cylinder, make it really small, bring it down. Let's maybe just simply give it 8 rotations because we will put it in a subdivision surface anyway. Let's hit C, point mode control A, optimize, so we can really work with the cylinder. Otherwise, the points are not together. And let's make this even smaller, like this, and let's bring it out like this. So really a bigger plate maybe. Let's bring it down here. Might still be too big, but we can change this later on anyway. Let's bring in a subdivision surface, cylinder in there. Okay, so we need to make some cuts, knife, loop. Let's make a cut around here. Doesn't have to be perfect yet. I mean, should be okay. Let's make another cut around here. And another cut around here. Okay, perfect. Let's up here the subdivision to 3, 4. I think we even have to go 4. Let's change this here to edge, subdivision UVs. Okay. And let's bring in the plate into place. Something like this maybe. How big is the plate here really on the shot? That's not really big. It's way smaller. Let's bring this plate in a little bit. Maybe like this. Okay. Let's bring it to the floor. Perfect. And let's select those 4 thingies here and bring them up. I wanna see inside this wood plate and see what we get. Okay. Can't really see anything, to be honest. I think this is okay. We will see if this is okay or not. Okay. Let's maybe give our camera also protection tag, so we are not moving it around at some point, which would really suck. Let's look at this plate, if we can work with this. I think we can. Let me just look how the plate is. Yeah, might be okay. Maybe a little bit bigger. A little bit bigger the plate. But only in this. Let's change it to 108 and 108 here as well, so this thing really stays round. Oh, should have done this in object mode, because if we just simply scale it like this, it will also go a little bit more up, but I think it's okay. We can adjust this later on anyway. Okay, let's go like this. Let's check again how this looks like. Oh, it's still open. Okay, looking okay so far, looking okay. Maybe we need to bring the plate a little bit down. Maybe, but so we also get a really nice shadow. And let's try it with somehow wood material. This time we can really go, maybe, we will see. Maybe a darker, maybe a brighter wood material would work in this scene better. So let's go select loop selection. Select this here. Select this here and select this here. And let's go select set selection. So we can apply here a little bit different wood, and let's first of all try to really with this natural wood that we had before. My bad that I did delete it, but it's okay, we can just simply reload it. Let's see, ZeroToHero textures, linen darker. Let's maybe try it with an ebony material again. Maybe this dark look is really good. Let's try just with the first material here. Let's load this up. Let me first of all load up a brighter material so I can see this a little bit better in the viewport. And let me also load this into a normal Cinema 4D material, because otherwise sometimes we have problems to see this, what's going on in the viewport. And let me drop this here and selection tag in there. And let me see what this looks like. Okay, right now just way too big, but UV mapping might work here. Let's just bring this down like this. I mean, maybe here we have to leave this at 100%, otherwise we get too much repetitions. But we can change it down like this, maybe a little bit. Yeah, like this. Might look okay. Maybe a little bit too stretched out. I mean, we can bring it down to 50% and then just rotate this so we don't see any repetitions. I think the woods material looks okay here. And then just also drop one here. Yeah, and like this we could already work with that. We don't even need to change this, I think. Okay, so let's create shader Cinema 4D Octane material. And let's load this time the really darker one. And if this doesn't work out, we just simply go with the brighter one. Ebony, JPEG. JPEG instead of PNG, this will save us some texture space. Normal, no, bump, 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 here we go. See for the image texture. Let's load the bump. Bumpy, bumpy, bumpy. Here we go. Right from the first one, okay. And we can even use the same texture, so we don't have to do this over and over again. Glossiness, 1.3 might be fine. Roughness, something like, I don't know, 0.2 maybe. And let's change down the bump a little bit, because it's really escalating here a little bit. It's maybe like this, maybe even like this. Maybe like this. Might look okay. Let's just simply drop it on on there, and let's see what we get. And is this here the one with the selection tag? Yeah, so let me bring this one in front. Let's jump into the camera. Let's save the file save, and let's render this, and let's see what we get here. A little bit too dark, I think. I like the edge here. The bump is also, I think, a little bit too high. Let's maybe invert this for now. Yeah, invert is definitely better. Let's bring this down to 0.05. And let's go down a little bit more with the roughness, maybe. A little bit up with the roughness. Okay. I think it's too dark for this scene. I think we needed to brighten this up a little bit. So let's just go here, diffuse, and load the brighter wood material that we had in mind as well. Or maybe here linen darker. This is still bright enough, but not so bright. Maybe something in between might be pretty good here. Maybe let's try this one, linen 10. I like this, I think. Bump. Linen darker. Oh, I don't have a bump. Let's just simply load the same material and see if we get somehow some bump. No, that's not it. That's definitely not it. Let's go for a normal linen. Diffuse and load maybe here number 9. And bump also number 9. I think this looks a little bit better. Oops. JPEG, bump, number 9. Let's see what we get. Yeah. Might look okay. Might look okay. I don't really think I like this in my scene, to be totally honest. This kinda looks crazy. Kinda crazy. No, doesn't really fit. Doesn't really fit with this wood material. Maybe we could make this somehow metal, if this would help, if we have here some metal going on. I mean, we could try for sure. Let's go here, some kind of silverish material maybe. That's just a round silverish plate. I mean, we could put some anisotropic matte on it. To make it look a little bit more appealing to the viewer. Let's try this. Textures, anisotropy, radial spec, anisotropy lines. I think this is a pretty good map. Let's try it with this one. So there's a really big map. Let's go down here a little bit with the bump. Yeah, but you can see we get really this radial output here. Here on the side I think it looks a little bit strange, so here we would need to go with a different material. Also the light that it picks up is really crazy, I think. And you would need to move the map a little bit around because it's not completely centered, and here we would need to use a different material. No, I don't think we will use this. Let's clear this here in the bump. And let's maybe just try a different color here in the specular. Maybe something like this. Oh, come on. What is going on here? Okay, I need to change this as well. Whoops, this was really not the color I was looking for. Maybe some kind of goldish color here. Maybe something like this. No. Let's just get rid of this. I don't know. I don't like it. I simply don't like it. It's just it's really simple like that. I just don't like it. It's not that nice. Let's jump out of the camera and let's bring this in. And I think we can make it look in Photoshop even a little bit better. That's for sure. So I don't think we really need to. Does it hit the ground yet? I think no. Now we should be good. Oh, are we? Now we are in the ground somehow. I mean, we could put in some grass in this scene, but I don't know if this really helps. Let's just render this out for now, and let's. I think I want to go closer a little bit with the camera. Let me look at the shot here. Yeah, and a little bit more like this, so we get a little bit more background. And yeah, like this maybe. Okay. So we're also getting a really nice DOF here, and there's still something missing. I don't know what it is, but there is something missing, definitely. And I want to change the. Now we're that close up to the floor. I want to go back with the displacement a little bit more. So maybe 0.15 maybe. Let's go 0.15, yeah. Okay. What could we put in this scene to make it look better? What could we put in? What would it make it really stand out here? I mean, I think the material and so looks really good, even though I think we need a little bit more bump here. So since we are that close up now, I think we definitely need more bump. So let me change this quickly. Bump, and let's go 0.05. Same one in the green. 0.05, same on the orange. Image texture 0.05, yes, and then also here noise 0.bump. Oh, it's the clean channel. Whoopsie. Whoopsie poopsie. Okay, and here it is 0.05. Okay, now we're getting a little bit closer to what we are looking for. So this gets a little bit deformed. I think on the gold one we even need to change it a little bit more, because it's really here in the front and it's not showing enough. Oh, we didn't change it. Okay, maybe that's why. Yeah, now we're getting a little bit something here and here. Yeah, I like it. I also like the silver now, and I really like the light, to be honest. I think it looks good. It really looks good. We could change the color a little bit and so on. I think what's really missing is maybe one of those things that we turn it around and maybe show the front a little bit, you know. I have a nice shot here. Let me show you this quickly. This one. So that really one is showing into the camera with this material here. I think this might change a little bit the complete look of the picture. This really could help to sell the shot a little bit more. Even thought if you would render this out now and bring it in Photoshop, you could probably make it look extremely good. So really, really good. I mean, I think it looks now already pretty good, but we could change this even a little bit more. Let's go file save for now. Let's end this chapter here, and in the next chapter we will just simply try to make this thing here happen as well. So we will bring in a violet one with the same material, and we will also then try to make this. So we'll make our own displacement map for this. Maybe we can get away with a bump map, probably not. And yeah, then we'll just simply to try to recreate this here. And yeah, this ring we can probably model, or we need to model. There's a little bit of a ring on there. And the rest we will do through a displacement or bump map that we create in Photoshop. And then we will, I don't know, bring a bump and displacement map also in here for the strokes. So we need to make this right away in Photoshop as well, probably. And yeah, then we will try to recreate this, bring this to the camera, and yeah, then we'll see how it looks. Okay, so this is really a plan. I'm really happy now with myself, because I think so the shot will even look a little bit better. And yeah, so I catch you in the next part.